Thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate the hard work of the leading chairs of health, mental health, substance abuse, for their commitments to making this section of the budget better than we started. We didn't get to a lot of it, but we got some critical issues done. And I want to just again repeat the issues with the medical indemnity fund, that we haven't solved the problems, but at least we have ensured that the funding continues for the over 1,000 children who are in this program. And we have expanded, we've expanded the time frame under which the existing resources will be available, while having to come back and finally try to fix this program next year. It matters so much to these families and children. I can't tell you, even if you don't understand what the program is. I'm also enormously appreciative of the work done by Chair Samra Brook, as she just spoke, but many of us highlighting that the assignment when talking about involuntary commitment isn't that part of it. I come from Manhattan, where almost all the nightmare stories you hear about crime from people being attacked by mentally ill people, and the vast majority of mentally ill people are much more likely to be the victims, not the perpetrators, but some people are out of control because they need help. And they are very often in my district because I have Midtown Manhattan and Penn Station and Times Square and all these areas. And I worry that we've now told the public it's all going to stop because we did this. But this isn't going to stop the problem. The assignment is much bigger, and we didn't get to that part of the assignment, not enough. It's actually guaranteeing that when someone is brought into a hospital based on an evaluation that they cannot take care of themselves or are a risk to themselves or others or may have committed a crime, that the hospital shouldn't be allowed to discharge them back into the streets. They should actually have to make sure services are there, a place is there, and that person is then going there when they are stabilized and determined not to need hospitalization. And that's not going to happen because we didn't put that requirement in the law, so that the requirement should be, if somebody's brought into your facility by the police or social workers determined to be unable to control themselves, that the hospital can't discharge you until there's a plan for where you're going. And so I worry, because it's my district very often, that people are going to say to me, oh, well, this was supposed to be the solution, Liz. And in 6 months, when it isn't, they're going to go, what happened, Liz? And in a year, when it isn't the solution, they're going to say, I thought you told me this all worked. So for the record, I'm voting for this bill. There's lots of good things in it, but I'm not going to tell anyone it's all fixed, and you're not going to have crime on the subways, and you're not going to have mentally ill people on the streets, because that's simply not true, because we didn't deal with the assignment of ensuring there was quality residential facilities, supportive housing with services, psychiatric beds, and that's the part of the assignment we've got to get right before we can declare victory. So yes on the bill, more work to be done. Thank you very much.